stop a little bit just behind them here. So sort of thing. Are we live now, Chris, or not?
Okay, we're sorted, Liz, I think.
Okay, cool.
It won't freeze. If it does, I'm really sorry. It's been stressing me out today, so hopefully it's going to work. It has done.
Why is it? Oh, hi, Liz. You're right. How come it's done that?
I'm probably just throwing too much at the processor, to be honest. So I need to hardwire some things in instead of being wireless. So,
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm trying to do. Right, enjoy.
Okay. Thanks. Fingers crossed it won't freeze. Welcome, Liz. Welcome, Joel. Oh, Insta. We're going live in 30 seconds. Right, 15 seconds. Are you all right, Liz? Good. Yeah? All right. Welcome, risers. What's up? It's Ashton here, and welcome to Flex. So today I'm going to be teaching the first ever Flex routine, Flex number 1. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. So we're going to be doing a crow or a variation of a crow at the end. So you might need a brick, but you might not. But I'm just letting you know just in case. Right. So whenever you're ready, come into your kneeling position. Okay, we're going to start on our knees to begin with. Okay, and then we're just going to open up the chest and activate the deltoids here. So with your arms, reach back and then just interlock the fingers behind the back like this. Roll your shoulders back away from the ears and then lift the hands into the air. Okay, really lift the chest as well. Squeeze the abs, get that upright back there. And then keep squeezing the shoulder blades and lifting the hands into the air. Okay, so we're just going to take 2 breaths here like this for 2. And then 1 more breath, keeping shoulders away from the ears. All right, now I want you to keep your deltoids activated. That's the muscles just underneath the shoulder blades there. And then we're going to just release the hands from one another. Yep, So you've really, really got to work those rear deltoids there to keep those hands in the air. Keep squeezing, getting them higher and higher if we can. Feeling that chest open, that's it. All right, 2 more breaths here for 2. Keep lifting the chest. And 1 more breath. All right, well done. Okay, now release your arms and then give your shoulders a little roll back. And then a little roll forwards for 3, for 2, and 1. Okay, now next we're going to activate the lats. Okay, so the upper back muscles. So inhale, sweep up with the arms here. Turn your palms so that they face forwards. Okay, as we exhale, we're going to bend the arms and then bring the elbows towards the ribs. And I really want you to focus on activating the upper back muscles there. Okay, give them a good squeeze. And then as you inhale, reach back up again. Extend the arms and the fingers. 5 of these. Exhale, elbows to ribs, shoulders away from ears, squeezing upper back. Inhale all the way up, and then exhale, rowing back down. All right, 3 more. Inhale, exhale. For 2, And final one. Inhale, biggest squeeze, and exhale. All right, well done. Release your arms and then pop your hands onto the floor. We're going to take our tabletop next. So bring your knees back and so that they sit underneath the hips. Give your abs a good squeeze, nice flat back here. And then from here, we're going to take some scooping cat-cows, just getting some movement in the spine. As we inhale, flex the back, arch the back, and then bring the chin and chest up into the air. Roll the shoulders back here, lightening the load in the fingers and palms. As you exhale, bring chin to chest, roll back, come into your cow, and open up those shoulder blades there, tucking those glutes underneath the hips. Okay, so 3 more of these. Inhale, scooping down, flexing, arching, lengthening and lifting. And then exhaling, rounding and opening, tucking. 2 more now. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more to go. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, shifting back into your tabletop now. So take one inhalation here, tuck your toes underneath, and then as you exhale, get ready to lift your hips and knees into the air, into our downward facing dog here. Ensure that your feet are hip width apart and keep a soft bend in the knees if you're feeling quite tight in the back of the legs. Start to pedal the feet here. So bend the knees one after the other, driving one heel into the floor after the other. If you want, you can even introduce a little swing and a little twist in the hips just to loosen off a little bit more. Just allow the head to relax. 2 more breaths. For 2. And for 1. Okay, coming back into our stationary down dog now. So just a little ground of the heels towards the floor. No worries if they don't touch the floor. And a little turning out of the heels from one another just to really open up the sit bones and engage the glutes there. 1 inhalation here. And then as we exhale, shift your shoulders over your hands. Float slowly into your plank. Okay, beautiful, strong plank here now. Come onto the knees if you need to. Stabilizing the shoulders, really just screwing the palms into the floor here. All right, 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Next, we're going to come into a halfway chaturanga. So inhale here, exhale, weight shift forwards, and we exhale into our halfway chaturanga, keeping elbows to ribs. If you need to come onto the knees, then please do so. 1 inhalation here in halfway chaturanga, and then exhale to full chaturanga, hovering just an inch off the floor or coming onto chest and knees. Inhale, ground into heels of hands, roll and lift to your upward dog. Give your shoulders a little roll back, guys, and consciously squeeze your glutes together. Bring them together. Yeah, keep everything activated. Knees can be on or off the floor. And then as we exhale, lift the hips into the air and roll back into your downward dog. All right, so from here, we're going to take a 3-legged dog. We're going to start by lifting up the left leg. So grounding into right foot, we're going to lift up that left leg and squeeze that left glute. You can point your toe if you want to keep the leg active. Now try to make sure that we're not sort of shifting all of our weight into our right side here. Pin your hips down so that they're square with one another. And then if you want, you can even come onto the ball of the foot, but try to ensure that you keep your abs engaged and the back nice and straight here. If it's too much for you, then come on to your knee. 3 deep breaths for 3. Keeping core squeezed and glute 2. For 2. Evening out the weight between both arms. And 1 more breath. And release, heel back to floor if you've come onto the ball of the foot. Now exhale, release both feet onto the floor. Okay, once you feel stable in your down dog again, let's go for the other leg. So inhale, lift up the right leg, keeping hips square once again, staying on the heel of the left foot or lifting onto the ball of the foot, whatever feels good for you. 3 deep breaths for 3. Continue to even out the weight between both arms. For 2, gently pushing the floor away here, keeping shoulders engaged. And 1 more breath. And then exhale, release, heel, and both feet back onto the floor. All right, so just give your hips a little bit of a wiggle, pedal out the feet once again. Take 1 inhalation here, bend the knees, and then as you exhale, step or pop to your forward fold. Okay, so in forward fold here, allow your head to relax. We're just going to hang out here for a few breaths. You can take your elbows into the opposite hand if you want, and then just gently sway from side to side. So it's just the upper body that is moving here, and we're just allowing the spine to lengthen. And relax the head, relax the shoulders. For 3, deep breaths. For 2, feeling the head sink towards the floor. And 1 more breath. All right, coming back into the center, release your elbows from your hands. Now pop your hands onto the floor and then step back into your plank. Now in any of our plank movements, feel free to come onto an elbow or a knee, okay, whatever you need to do to give yourself a little bit of support. Rest whenever you need to. Now we're going to come into a side plank flow. So shifting your weight into your right hand, we're going to open up over to the left, coming into our side plank. The left arm extends and we look towards our left hand in the air there. Your feet can be stacked or staggered. With them stacked, just test your balance a little bit more. And then from here, we're going to lift our top leg and then tap our toe onto the floor in front of us here on the side of the mat. And then as I exhale, I'm going to lift that top leg again and then tap the floor behind me. Okay, and that is your plank flow. If you're finding that you're a little bit too wobbly here, then you can put your hand onto your hip just to stabilize. All right, so are you ready? Here we go. For 3, inhale, tap forwards. Exhale, tap back. For 2, make that arcing movement with the leg nice and slow. And exhale. We have 1 more to go. Try to ensure that your right shoulder is directly above your right wrist. And then exhale. Whew. All right, well done. Both hands onto floor now, and then lifting the left leg, we're going to thread it underneath us and roll out into our fallen pyramid. So the right arm extends now. We're shifting all our weight into our left arm. And then the left foot can be on the floor for a bit of support, or we can lift it into the air for a little more challenge of the core there. That's it. 3 deep breaths now for 3. Looking upwards at this top hand if possible. For 2, taking whichever variation you need. And 1 more breath. All right, exhale, slowly roll out of your fallen pyramid and then pop both hands onto the floor. Okay, try to keep this left leg up in the air. No worries if you need a little rest. Squeeze your left glute, come into your plank with your left leg still in the air here. And then we're going to take a little flow into a 3-legged dog. So as I inhale, I'm going to lift my hips into the air. Really extend this left leg. Point the toe if you can, keeping hips square. And then as I exhale, I'm going to roll forwards into my plank, still with that left leg in the air there. That's it. Keep it engaged. So 3 of these. Inhale up and exhale down. Now, if you need to take a variation on your knee, then that's cool. For 2, inhale up, exhale down. Okay, 1 more to go. Don't let that top leg get lazy. Inhale. And then exhale. All right, well done. Shifting back into three-legged dog. We're now going to open up the hips and stack the hips on top of one another, taking our scorpion. You can stay here with the knee still, or you can open up the hips and work the glute a little bit more by circling the knee for 3. For 2, that's it, trying to stabilize with the shoulders. And 1 more breath. Okay, so keeping your left leg in the air. Now we're going to flip over into our wild thing. So this left foot plants onto the floor besides the mat, and then we lift the hips and the glutes into the air. The left arm reaches towards the front of the mat, and we really try to lengthen the front of the body and slowly rotate the chest towards the ceiling here. If you need to come onto your knee, just to give your shoulder a little bit of a break, then feel free to do so. 3 deep breaths for 3. That's it, looking great, guys. For 2, make yourself longer and longer. Keep the glutes squeezed. And then 1 more breath here. Feeling strength in your base shoulder. Okay, exhale, roll back over into your plank once more. All right, so if you need to, guys, come onto the knees and shake out the wrists. That's it. Give them a little shake, give them a little roll out before we take our vinyasa and do it all on the other side. That's it. Well done. That was a really, really challenging sequence there on the shoulders. So well done if you made it all the way through. All right, into your plank. Vinyasa transition. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Roll shoulders back. Squeeze those glutes again. And then exhale, flow to down dog. 1 inhalation here. And then exhale, float forwards into that plank. All right, are you ready for that side plank flow? So this time, shift your way into your left hand. And then reach up with the right arm, or have it on the hip. Feet staggered or stacked. Inhale, lift that top leg, and then tap the floor in front of you. Exhale, lift, arc, tap the floor behind you, trying to keep everything nice and stable. 3 of these. For 2. Nice and slowly. 1 more to go. And for 1. Can you go even slower for me? That's it, beautiful. Okay, now keeping your right leg lifted in the air, pop your right hand onto the floor and then thread your right leg underneath the left, opening up into our fallen pyramid. So reach up with the left arm, look at your left hand, keep the chest open, keep the shoulders stacked, have your foot on or off the floor, and stay here for 3. Keep reaching upwards. For 2. Enjoying that strength building up in the core there. And 1 more breath. And then slowly unthread from your fallen pyramid. Keeping your right leg elevated. Taking that 3-legged plank here. Okay, you ready for that dog into plank flow? So remember, inhale, lift your hips into your 3-legged dog, and then exhale, flow forwards again. Okay, 3 of these. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, shift forwards, keeping that right leg engaged and pinning the hips down. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more to go now. Inhale. And exhale. All right, inhale, 1 more, lifting to 3-legged dog, and then opening up into our scorpion. Stack the hips, open them up. Okay, stabilize the shoulders, push the floor away, and then if you want to, you can circle the knee for that glute engagement for 3. For 2. And 1 more breath. Keeping your leg in the air. Let's go for that flip to wild thing. So pop your right foot onto the floor, come onto the knee if you need to. Lift the hips, lengthen, reach that right arm towards the front of the mat there. Okay, slowly rotate the torso so that chest turns to ceiling. 3. For 2. Stay strong for me. Keep breathing. 1 more breath. Doing really well, guys. And then exhale. Roll back into your plank. All right, I'm going to give you another chance to have a rest here. If not, then continue in your vinyasa transition with me. Inhale here in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog, rolling shoulder back, squeezing glutes together. Exhale, flow to down dog. All right, good news. We get to pop our knees onto the floor and we get to have a teeny tiny stretch. So we're going to stretch out the shoulders. We're going to do a thread the needle. Okay, so extend your arms out in front of you and then thread your right arm underneath your left. You can place your right cheek onto the floor if that's enough of a stretch for you. Or if you want to deepen your stretch, then you can turn your head so that the chin points downwards. Okay, so this will let you just intensify that stretch. Allow more lengthening of the side of the shoulder there. Okay, 2 more breaths. And then 1 more breath. Okay, gently unthread your arm from underneath you, reach in front again. And then let's move over to the other side now. So left arm reaches under right. Turning your head, pointing chin downwards if you want for 3. For 2. And 1 more breath. Slowly unthread your arm from underneath you. And then pop your hands onto the floor. We're going to take a plank. All right, so tuck your toes underneath and then lift the knees into the air. Now you can just stay here in plank or you can take some chaturanga push-ups with me. Okay, so we're going to slowly lower and go for a quick, powerful press up. All right, so to my count, come onto the knees if you want. Okay, so inhale, slow, lower chest to floor, towards floor for 3, 2, 1. Hold and hover, guys. And then exhale, quick, powerful press up. Okay, are you ready for 2 more of these? Try not to speed ahead of me here and keep your arms at 90 degrees. So shifting down, inhale, slowly lowering for 3, 2, 1. Hold and hover. Exhale. Powerful press all the way back up. Okay, last one. This time focusing on keeping those elbows tucked in towards the ribs here. Inhale, slow down for 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale, press back up. Beautiful, guys. Well done. Oh, okay, now knees onto the floor. We can have a little rest. So we're going to take our crocodile. So thighs onto the floor and then pop your elbows to mat width here. One hand on top of the other and then you can just place your forehead onto the hands. Take this opportunity to just slow down the breath and give your wrists and shoulders a little break, really. 2 more breaths. Keep relaxing all the muscles around the wrists and forearms. 1 more breath here. And exhale. Okay, now lifting the forehead up from the floor, from the hands, sorry. We're going to sweep our hands back. Okay, so send the arms backwards, roll your shoulders back, and then bend the knees. We're going to take a locust hold next. So we want you to squeeze your glutes and your core, and then lift the chest. Keep reaching back, farther and farther back with those arms. That's it. Keep opening the chest, sending shoulders away from the ears. Keep lifting those knees a little bit higher if we can. 4 more deep breaths for 4. Keep the breath calm. For 3, enjoying that core and shoulder engagement here. For 2, keep lifting, hang on in there. And then 1 more breath. And release. All right, well done. Okay, now hands underneath the shoulders, keeping elbows tucked in. Tuck your toes underneath. As we inhale, we're going to lift into our plank and go for a vinyasa. Inhale, lift a plank. Everything comes up at once if possible. No worries if you need to use the knees for a bit of support. And then as you exhale, shift forwards and down to your chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Exhale, flow to down dog. Take one inhalation here, bend the knees, and then as you exhale, step or float to your forward folds. Okay, taking your floppy fold here. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. As we inhale, we come to standing position, sweeping the arms up, keeping the feet close together. Okay, reaching up with the arms now, lengthening the body, making yourself as tall as possible, tucking those glutes underneath the pelvis there, okay, getting that lovely alignment of joint above joint. All right, as we exhale, keeping shoulders relaxed, we're going to sit back into our chair. Keep your knees together. Keep the back nice and straight. Keep the arms extended. Little pinch of the shoulder blades. And keep lengthening the arms here. Weight into the heels. If you want, you can even take a little toe lift just to really open up the backs of the calves there. That's it. All right, 3 deep breaths here. For 3, keep sinking lower and lower. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. For 2. Try not to tip forwards too much, so keep the weight in the heels. And 1 more breath. And then slowly release. Come out of your chair. Sweep the hands back down. Pop hands onto floor. And then step back into plank. 1 more vinyasa here. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Exhale, flow to down dog. All right, so from here, we're going to do some knee drives from our 3-legged dog. So inhale, lift up the right leg to begin with. Stabilize the shoulders. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring knee towards chest and then towards nose. Give it a good squeeze, pin the hips down before inhaling slowly and lifting that leg back into the air. Okay, 3 more of these. Inhale and exhale. For 2. Can you get that knee a little bit higher? And exhale. Now for this last knee drive, we're going to hold the knee towards the nose for 3 counts, yeah? So inhale, hold, squeezing higher and higher, keeping the hips down. Keep pushing the floor away for 3, for 2, and for 1. Okay, from here, we're going to pop our foot onto the floor in between the hands. No worries if you need to take a bit of an extra step before you can pop your foot in between the hands. That's completely cool. So we're going to come into this sort of low lunge now. We're going to take twisted lunge next. Try to ensure that your feet are about sort of hip width apart. And then with your left arm, you're going to place it onto the outside of your left leg here. So the elbow comes onto the outside of the left knee, if possible. Yeah, good. All right, and then with the right arm, we're going to reach up and extend and twist over to the right. Try to lighten the load in your left fingertips there, and try to really open up the shoulders, stack them on top of one another. If this is a little bit too much for you, then you can come into a twisted lunge with the hands to heart. All right. So just depending on how tight your back is at the moment. Keep lifting, keep opening. 2 more deep breaths. Keep that back leg straight, staying strong. And then 1 more breath, keeping your balance. And And exhale. Now slowly, slowly untwist. Flatten your back foot onto the floor. So heel onto the floor now. We're going to take an extended side angle. Got a few different options. You want to keep this front knee bent. So front knee is above the front ankle. And then with your right elbow, you can rest it very gently, lightly onto the right knee and then reach over to the front of the mat with that left arm. So you want this lovely extension and openness of the chest, palm facing down here, making that straight line with the top arm and the back leg. This is one option. If you want to go a little bit deeper, stretching more into the inner thigh, then pop your right fingertips onto the floor. Everything else is the same. Straight line again, opening up hips and chest. Okay, 3 more deep breaths now for 3. Keep reaching, keep extending. For 2, try not to sink into that front leg too much either. Okay, so use your core to get that lift. Yeah, looks great there, guys. And then 1 more breath. And then release, pop hands onto the floor, and then step back into your downward facing dog again. If you need to, then just pedal out the feet, shake out the hips. So we're going to go for those knee drives once more. This time lifting the left leg, squeezing knee to chest, remember. So lifting up the left leg, inhale forwards with the knee. Shifting shoulders over hands, squeeze, and then exhale all the way back up, keeping that top leg engaged. Inhale forwards and squeeze. That's 2. And exhale all the way back up. Okay, last one, we're going to hold for 3 counts. Remember, squeezing the knee tighter and tighter towards the chest. Hold and squeeze. For 3, stabilize the shoulders. For 2, keep pushing the floor away. 1 more breath, really, really opening up the shoulder blades. And then from here, pop your foot in between your hands or take an extra step in between if you need. That's it. So we're going to come into our twisted lunge once more. So remember, you've got the option of bringing elbow onto outside of knee, hands to heart, or if you want a bit more of a deeper twist, then pop your right fingertips onto the outside of the right foot, the elbow onto the outside of the knee, and then lift and twist with that left arm here. Roll your shoulder back, stack your shoulders. 3 deep breaths for 3. Keep twisting, keep lifting, keep that core strong. Back leg is beautifully straight. For 2. 1 more breath. Keeping both legs engaged. And then exhale, slowly untwist. Flatten your back heel onto the floor. We're taking that extended side angle now. So remember, keep your front leg at 90 degrees. Left elbow onto knee, resting ever so lightly. And then reaching over and extending with our right arm, palm facing down. Or if possible, left fingertips onto floor, as long as you can keep everything open, the hips and the chest here. 3 deep breaths now for 3. Keep extending. Feeling that lovely stretch in the side of the body there. For 2. You can look upward slightly. That might help you keep your chest open. And then 1 more breath. All right, well done. Okay, from here, pop your hands back onto the floor and then shift back into your downward dog once again. Now, if you need a little rest, do it now, guys. We're going to take a little vinyasa if you don't want to rest. Okay, so inhale here in down dog and then exhale, shift forwards to plank. 1 inhale here, exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog, keeping that neck nice and long. Exhale, flow back to down dog. Okay, so inhale, lift up the right leg. And then as you exhale, thread knee to chest and then pop foot in between the hands. Okay, so from here, Lift the fingertips off the floor, come into your low lunge. So your nose is over the knee. Reach back with the arms here. That's it. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Yeah, beautiful, strong legs there. Keeping the back nice and straight too. Try not to sink too much into that front leg. Lift the chest, guys. 2 more breaths for 2. And then 1 more breath. All right, from here, we're going to ground into our front leg and lift into our warrior 3, keeping the arms as they are. Are you ready? Okay, so shift your weight forwards, ground into the front leg, and lift that back leg off the floor. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, chest parallel to the floor if possible. For 3, squeeze your core, pin the hips down. For 2, keep that left glute engaged. 1 more breath. Keep your balance, focus on a spot. And then from here, slowly come into a standing position, still balanced on that right leg. We're going to take a twisted balance. So your right hand can come onto the left knee, and then we open up with the left arm and look behind us. Or you can take a full leg extension by taking hold of the toes with the peace fingers, the big toe, sorry, and then roll your left shoulder back. Look backwards slightly, keep the chest open, keep twisting. For 3, keep lifting the chest. For 2, keep the breath calm. 1 more breath. All right, slowly untwist. And then with control, step back to your plank. Nice work, guys. Time for vinyasa once more. Strong plank. Inhale here. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. That's it. Keeping movements beautiful. And exhale back to down dog. All right, are you ready for everything on the other side? So inhale, lift up the left leg. Exhale, with control, thread your foot in between your hands. Are you ready for that low lunge? Try to ensure your feet are hip width apart. Lift fingertips off the floor, nose over knee. And lift the chest. Send those arms backwards. That's it. For 3, keeping legs strong. For 2, keeping the back nice and straight. Keeping the shoulder blades squeezed. And 1 more breath. Keep lifting those arms. Now get ready for your launch into warrior 3. Ground into that front leg and lift. Beautiful. Keep those arms going backwards for 3. Chest parallel if we can. Keeping lifted leg engaged. For 2, deep breaths, guys. You can do this. And 1 more breath before we rise into our twisted balance, remember. Now slowly rise. Pop hand onto opposite knee or go for the opposite toe. And extend. Reach back with the right arm. Twist open. Relax the shoulders. Lift your chest. Keep a soft bend in that base leg. Never locking out. For 3. Keep twisting and opening. For 2, trying to enjoy that rotation in the trunk there. 1 more breath. And then slowly untwist. Okay, planting foot onto floor. Behind you, come back into your plank. All right, give your hips a little bit of a shake out if you want. Roll from side to side. And then moving into some more chilled movements now. So vinyasa, inhale here in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Exhale to down dog. All right, so from here, we're going to land in our pigeon. So lift up the left leg first, and then gently just land your left knee behind the left wrist. All right, lengthen out your right leg, and sink down into the hips here. We're going to stretch out the glutes. Now, if you find that this is too intense for you, then you can keep both legs bent and fold and come into an animal instead. So you could do everything else as we would in pigeon. It still gives you that same stretch. All right, so adjust your shin to an angle that's comfortable for you guys. Maybe start by rocking from side to side first, just to ease it out. And then when you're ready, fold forwards to deepen into your pigeon and glute stretch. 3 deep breaths, sinking lower and lower, nestling down into your hips. For 2. And then 1 more breath. Okay, lifting forehead up from floor and then walking your hands back towards you. We're now going to sweep this back leg around towards the front. Keep having this one leg lengthened. Both glutes onto the floor now. And then we're going to take this lateral side bend. So right hand plants onto the floor besides the right hip. Inhale, lift up the left arm. Extend, look at your top hand. And then as you exhale, we're going to lean over to the right, bending this right arm. Feeling this lovely lateral stretch all in the side of the body here. 2 more breaths now. For 2, keep sinking and bending. And then 1 more breath. And then come out of your bend nice and slowly. Okay, hands onto the floor and then shift back into your downward dog. Ready for that transition into our pigeon on the other side now. So inhale, lift up right leg. And then exhale, float the knee behind the wrist once more. Lengthen out the left or keep it bent. And then you can either gently rock from side to open up the glute or fold forwards. 3 deep breaths now. For 3. Trying to relax as much as you can. Letting the stretch happen naturally. Letting your own body weight weigh you down. Okay, just 1 more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, walking your hands back towards you. And then sweeping this back leg forwards. Okay, time for our lateral side bends again. So foot to inner thigh, both glutes on floor. Left hand onto floor besides the hips. And then inhale, reach up with the right arm, and then exhale, lean over to the right. So keeping chest open, arm besides the ear. Try to roll this bottom shoulder away from the ear as well. For 3, that's it. Enjoying the stretch in the lower back too. For 2, relaxing the lower body. And 1 more breath. All right, come out of your bend and then onto the other side. So right hand onto floor. Inhale, reach up with the left arm and bend. For 3. For 2, just realize I didn't do this on the other side. Never mind. We're in it now, so we might as well stay for another breath, yeah? And 1 more breath. And then come back into your seated position. All right, so bring your knees in, give your legs a little bit of a shake out, and then twist your torso from side to side. So I'm going to show you the wild cards for today. We've got 2 different ones. Okay, so if you've got dodgy wrists, then please be very careful, or just rest and watch if you've got dodgy wrists. Right, so our first wild card is the crow. All right, so standard crow. Hands outside of shoulder width here. Okay, and then we bring our knees onto our triceps or just above the elbows, whatever's possible. Okay, we then come onto the balls of our feet, shift our weight forwards, look ahead, and then we bring our weight into our hands, and then squeeze the heels towards our bum. Ideally, toes touching, just so everything is nice and tight. Hold for 3 breaths, and then slowly release to the floor. Right, give it a little go, guys, and then I'll give you in a little variation. Make sure that you keep your gaze forwards. Okay, so if you look at the floor, then it's likely that you will plant onto the floor with your face. So just keep your gaze ahead. Yeah, looks great there, Joel. Really nice. Yep. Yeah, looking good there. What's your name? Sorry, Emma. Yeah, looking great there, Emma. Good. Right, okay, so you all look pretty good in your crows, yeah? So we're going to do a forearm crow now. So give this a little go. So elbows onto floor. And then from here, just have your hands relaxed, palms onto the floor here. So everything else is the same, it's just that we have our forearms and elbows on the floor. From here, lift the hips into the air, and then bring the knees as high up as possible on the arms, towards the armpits, and then the same thing. We shift the weight forwards, look ahead, and we squeeze those heels and toes towards one another. Okay. So again, the smaller you can get yourself, the better, because we're centralizing that point of gravity there. Yeah, oh, looks good there, Joel. Yeah. This one is even, it gets your face even closer to the ground. Yeah. Yeah, really nice there, Emma. Go on, Liz. Yeah, beautiful, guys. Well done. Great bit of forearm work there for you. Okay, so you've all learned it. Okay, let's roll back into our Shavasana now. Okay. So lie back, nice and slowly. You've got an option to just have the arms and legs straight with the palms open, or you can even come into your bound angle. Okay, so give your shoulders a little roll back. Adjust whatever you need to feel comfortable, and bring the focus to the breath. Deep breath into the stomach, feeling the oxygen just flow through the body, and allowing all the tension to be exhaled away. Close the eyes if you want. Maybe even allow the lips to part a little bit. Let the jaw fully relax. And bring your focus to the space between brows here. Bring focus to sensation of breath. Relaxing all muscles in the neck and shoulders. Now, if you're at home, you can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you want. If you're following me, then just take a couple more breaths. Final breath here. Gently wiggle the fingers and toes. Slow roll to one side. Stop for a breath. And then when you're ready, just roll or push up to a seated position. Okay. Now relax your arms and let's go for that practice closer. So inhale, reach up with the arms. hands together, extending the arms, and then exhale, bring hands to chest. All right, namaste, guys. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a great rest of the day. Bye.